Good day, beloved. Praise the living God. It's always great to start your day by giving Him thanks and just glorifying His name because it's His mercy that we are here today. Today I want to start with a very quick story. A friend of mine sent me a video about this gentleman in China called Lee. Lee was born 28 years ago as a folded child. Folded, literally. His head was, on the knees, and according to him, his world was upside down. The real world was upside down because that's the only way he could see the world. And so he was bent like that, and it was many years of a lot of mental and physical pain, and he had to rely on his mom for everything, and he couldn't feed himself, he couldn't bathe himself, he just couldn't do anything. And no doctor wanted to touch him because they knew it was a high risk kind of situation, and so nobody wanted to associate with him because they knew he would die. But one doctor dared and decided, you know what, I'll take up this case. And Lee had just about had it, and he said, you know what, if there's anyone willing to take care of my case, I will sign, I will give consent. And so this doctor decided the best way they can deal with this situation was to literally break Lee's back bone by bone. It took a lot of excruciating hours to do that surgery. But guess what? Lee was able to stand up for the first time in his life and look at his mother's face. He had never seen his mom, just his voice. He was able to see the world, such a beautiful world that God had created. He never gave up. Today I have a question. What's your excuse? What's your excuse that you cannot do something different in your life? I'm sorry, there's so much noise from the kids. Yes, the kids are home. Don't worry. Focus on the message. I can't control that. But I just wanted to encourage us today. A lot of times when we go through situations, we always have an excuse. We always say, oh, I can't do this, I can't make it, the world is unfair, things are not working out for me, what am I supposed to do? You always have that excuse. I remember the first time I lost the first job I ever lost, I was angry at everybody and everything. I was upset until one day it just dawned to me that, listen, you are healthy, you are well, all your senses are working. You have a working brain. Come on, you can do something. And I started using my hands to do something. I had stayed for so long, I didn't have rent, and that time my rent was only 2,500. Yeah, and even putting a meal on that table was a hard task. But I had to sit back and look at my life and say, wait a minute. There's someone somewhere in a situation worse than me, but they are not giving up. Why am I giving up? Why am I creating excuses for myself? Why am I saying that, the world is unfair to me? Why all these excuses? I'll give you an example of someone who gave lots of excuses in the Bible, despite the fact that he met God face to face. And this is Moses. We all know the story of Moses, and you can read Exodus chapter 3 and chapter 4. But I just want to pick out one particular verse. One or two. Maybe let me take one. Exodus 4 and verse 13. But Moses said, oh Lord, please send someone else. How many times have you disqualified yourself and created an excuse that you can't do something because you feel you're not qualified for it, or because you don't feel like it? How many times have you turned down opportunities because you feel it's not in your league? I had to humble myself, because at that time, I was thinking, I've had an international NGO job, and so I cannot do anything less than, working in an office. Until I realized, no, I can actually go to Kikomba and buy baby clothes and sell baby clothes and make a profit and put food on my table. Stop the excuses. What is your excuse? So you've lost your job, so you've lost your business. Yeah, that happens to every one of us. But that does not mean that you give up, that you come up with the excuses, and you end up now getting into a depressive state where you feel the world is against you. No, it's not. God has blessed you with hands. God has blessed you with a sound mind. God has given you a family and friends, people who love you. Stop the excuses. Every time I hear even the young ones, they're giving up, and I feel sad, but I encourage them, because we all have a gift that I keep saying this. I think I've said it in almost all my videos. God has given each and every one of us a gift. Stop the excuses. It might look tough right now. It might look like it's not going to happen, like things are crashing in on you. But always look at the bright side. You're alive. You are well. Sometimes you start complaining like that, and there's someone in hospital somewhere fighting for their lives. Sometimes you complain about your children. There's someone somewhere who's just praying to God, may I just hold a baby. Sometimes we complain, I don't even know which shoes to wear because you have too many pairs. There's someone somewhere who can't even wear a pair of shoes. What's your excuse? I can't even get my car from point A to B. There's someone who can't even afford bus fare to get into a matatu. Can you be grateful for what you have? But at the end of it all, my encouragement to us, do not disqualify yourself. Do not disqualify yourself, because God has called you His own. You are His best. And He knows that you need these things. All you need to do is to set your mind to Him. Focus on God and tell God, you know what, God? Yes, I have lost that job. I have lost my business, but I will start again. But I want to start with you. Put God first in everything. And He will direct your steps. He will order your steps. He will guide you. He will lead you. Don't ever come up with excuses. Moses had so many excuses. If you read in Exodus chapter 3 to chapter 4, you will see them. He had so many excuses why he shouldn't go and lead the Israelites. But God was set on using Moses. Be encouraged. That situation where you are, pull yourself out of it. Stop the excuses. Arise. And start small. Don't compare yourself to another person and say, because they're doing this, I should be there, I should be the one. No. It happened to you. Yes, you've lost your job. Yes, you've lost the business. Yes, you've lost the marriage. Start somewhere. God is with you. Just trust Him. Remember, you are precious and you are royalty. And I pray that God will bless you and cover you. And may He provide, give you the ideas, send you destiny helpers to lift you up. Have a beautiful and fantastic week. God bless you. Remember to subscribe, share, click on the notification bell. Be blessed. Thank you for watching.